Well, it's that time of year again where people look at making commitments for the new year. However, studies show that approximately 80% of New Year's resolutions fail. We have Rochelle Duckworth, a registered sports dietitian, and Eric Nelson, a naturopathic doctor with SABI Health, in studio this morning to hopefully lower that statistic for 2026 and actually make some meaningful changes to our lifestyle. Welcome, you two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eric, let's start with you and just bust that whole reason why these resolutions often fail.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why resolutions often fail, but I think the first place is that people choose the wrong goal. Right? So the wrong goal means the wrong resolution. So we often take something we see off TikTok or something we see off of Instagram, and we think it sounds good. So we go, 100 push-ups for 100 days or 75 hard challenge. And because that wasn't our personal goal with our personal motivations behind it, the resolution is really unlikely to stick when it gets hard, right? So then the second point is that oftentimes people give themselves unrealistic expectations and timelines. And so they take an all-out approach, which is really leaving no margin for error. And if you leave no margin for error, then as soon as some little thing goes off the rails, like a sick kid at home, you have a little taste of failure and you give up with the resolution altogether.
Yeah, that makes sense. And talking about that all-out approach, maybe we can dive into that a bit more, Rochelle. Just again, why else do most people not succeed with that type of mindset?
For sure. So when we think about the all-out approach, we have to consider that progress needs adaptation. And so if we're thinking about adaptation, it's really hard to achieve when we're chronically stressed. So the all-out approach consists of typically us moving a lot more, doing more exercise, eating a little bit less, potentially getting less sleep. And so with that, we're starting to see stress outweigh that adaptation. So with the body, when we're kind of going through that, energy levels can start to tank, hunger levels can actually start to increase, and that progress starts to actually slow down. So this is really why it's so hard to sustain this approach over time. It's not necessarily about like more discipline or willpower. It's just that they're not setting themselves up with a system that works for them and their body. Yeah,
well, it all makes sense when you just break it down like that. So Eric, what would be the right approach to take for this year?
Yeah, so if I were to give people kind of four main takeaways, one would be to start with a personally meaningful goal. So back to what I started at the beginning. So personally meaningful New Year's resolution that you think you can sustain, right? Number two is you work with your body as opposed to against your body. And that could mean a lot of different things, but you got to think about these things ahead of time. Third is to make it social in some capacity, right? So if it's a health goal, work with the medical team, involve them in your decisions and your plans and your setbacks and your successes. And then if you even if you just involve somebody that loves you, a friend or a family member or a colleague who wants to see you succeed, you're more likely to stay with it and, have some accountability built in. And then the fourth one is, in my opinion, you need to celebrate the wins along the way, right? So having some milestones that you preset out as I'm going to celebrate it when I hit this milestone. It might not be the full goal or, the intention behind the resolution, but it gives you something to celebrate. And we need that. We're human beings. We need that. So I think that if we kept those four things in mind, you're going to be a lot more successful in 2026.
And Rochelle, we're really tight on time here, but I wanted to mention that, SABI offers a whole fleet of experts that can help you with that journey.
100%. So SABI, we're a new healthcare clinic and we're located downtown Calgary, but here we have a full team of practitioners that not only care about your health, but they just care about you. They want to teach you and they want you to feel empowered in your journey. So that's where you can find us.
Excellent. Their success is your success.
100%.
Totally.
Awesome. Thanks so much, you two, for coming in today. Great advice here, especially as we work on those 2026 New Year's resolutions. And as a reminder, please talk to your healthcare provider before making any healthcare decisions or for guidance about a specific medical condition. And for more information, you can head to sabi.health.